Let's see if Emmett can pass the mil-spec canine basic obedience test.
Emmett, place. All right, so now he has to stay up there until I either release him with the yes or I give him something else to do. He's allowed to do whatever he wants while he's up there. He just can't come off of there. He might sit, he might down on his own, just because he's been there for a while and he's getting bored, or he might just stand there and anticipate whatever the next behavior is going to be, or the next thing that I request of him, which is going to be a recall. Come. He should come up to the front of me and sit down, which is perfect. Next thing I'm going to do is have him down and then do a circle dog and step over dog, and then walk back over toward the camera. Down. And we're going to walk around. We're going to step over him, walk back toward the camera, create a little bit of distance. So as you can see, we're going to be creating some duration. The expectation is he just stays in that position until I either release him or I give him something else to do. Releasing him, if I were to say yes and the infliction that he expects is consistent with the release, he could then go anywhere out in the yard and sniff or explore or do whatever it was that he wanted to do. Or if I say come or direct him up to his place or give him another task to do, he would then be expected to follow through with that expectation. Usually what happens is when you tell them the yes, they come running over to you because they expect that it's going to be something that's rewarding. I don't know if you can still see him, my bad. But usually when you say yes, they come running over to you because they expect you to give them a reward of some sort. But it's also worth mentioning that that's not an emergency recall. If the dog is out there sniffing something and not paying attention to you and blowing you off on a recall and you say yes, what you're doing is then marking and reinforcing an undesirable behavior, which is not paying attention to you, and an uncooperative, disinterested state of mind, disengaged state of mind. So as you're saying yes, yeah, your dog might jump up and come running back to you to get reward, but the training scar that you just created was you just told your dog that that independence and that indifference to what you're saying is absolutely okay in the future. And that's, if that's a precedent that you want to set, then by all means, but that's not what we try to do. As you can see, he's still laying down out there. I haven't done anything with, an e-collar. I have one on, but the whole idea of this is just to demonstrate what a dog is capable of if you put in the practice. Now, most people don't have a need for a dog to do a 3-minute stay out in the middle of an obedience yard or at the dog park or at Home Depot or any of those things. But if you can practice it to a level at home where your dog is capable of doing all of those things with you around, then more than likely when you go out into public, your dog is going to be looking to you for what the next step is or what they should be doing anyway. And as you can see, he's, laying down. He's still being patient, but he's rolling around trying to figure out what the next move is going to be. Just keep waiting. But the whole idea is that we're preparing the dog for situations that they might encounter out in the real world. So they either have a baseline of responses to draw from that we like, or they're coachable in situations that come up that are outside of their control. So he's done pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and reward him. That is the baseline expectation that mil-spec canine trainers train dogs to. It's very similar to what we do for our military working dogs with our patrol controlled aggression certification. They have to do all of their basic obedience tasks in addition to the 6 phases of aggression that we call it. And then they have to be able to do a building search and some scouts and some different things. But for pets, it's a very good baseline for the basic obedience to be able to strive for. And once you're there, everything else is pretty easy. So yes, good boy, pup, pup. As you can see, as soon as we say yes, he comes boogieing over. We give him reward. We love him. He's a goodest boy, huh? Yeah. He's the goodest boy. And then he's free to do whatever he wants. If he hangs out here with me, great. If he lays down right here because he's wanting some more food, great. If not, he's going to walk off and go do whatever he wants. That's what he's allowed to do. So now he's free. Anyway, that's our minimum training proficiency. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's getting dark. We're going to go inside. Stay tuned because in the next video, we are going to be talking about how you only get one chance to do anything right the first time, especially dog training. And everything that you do in dog training matters. And we're going to use the difference between working dogs and their association to gunfire to hunting dogs and their association to gunfire. So stay tuned because that's coming in the next video.